Hey, what's up there, YouTube and maybe Facebook? I'm not gonna play Magic Arena because right now both my back, my ribs, and my knot in my back is basically killing me. So, yeah, I'm gonna do a reaction video. So, I don't know if I should. I know I'm a Magic player and a D&D player, so I'm gonna try it. Well, right now I'm just. Yeah, I guess I'll try Pup Plays Magic.
Hello, it is iPup, and welcome to another Magic video. Woo! Today, I'm going to be doing something that's been highly requested, and I'm going to be showcasing the decks that I play. Because I've gotten a lot of comments being like, Pup, show us your commander decks. Pup, show us your standard decks. Ladies, I'm going to show it to you guys. But before we get into it, let's take a second to hear a word from today's sponsor. Yeah, you guys wish there was a sponsor for today. But I'm going to be doing some self-promo, so please stick around and listen to it before you skip ahead. First off, I opened up a P.O. box that's super cool and exciting, so if you guys want to send me any cards or any goodies, I'm going to be doing an unboxing video on YouTube, and if you want to include a little note or your name for me to shout out, please do, and I'm super excited to get some goodies from you guys. Hopefully it's a success, and maybe we can do more videos in the future. I only have it opened up for 3 months, so this is kind of a trial run to see if it's going to go well, and if it does go exceedingly well, I can open up a bigger box size. But we're going to see. We're taking a little risk. Second of all, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday, and I play Spell Table and Tabletop Sim with you guys. So if that interests you, or even if you just want to watch, make sure you check the description of this video. It has my Twitch and my Discord server linked below. So if you guys want to join the Discord server and know what times I'm going live and talk to new friends and meet new friends and play with new friends, if you want to join and make some buddies, go ahead. But that is it for my ramble. Thanks, Pup.
Well, I just subscribed to her, so yeah. Yeah, I'm a huge Commander fan, so yeah, play Commander a lot at my local game shop. Shout out to Pro Soul Games, anyways, by the way.
For the self-sponsor, and let's get back into it. So, as you can see, I have quite a few Commander decks. Totally not a problem at all. But I want to showcase my favorite one.
Definitely
so let's
not a
showcase that
problem.
one first, shall we? Also, before I get into showing you guys the first deck, I do want to have a little disclaimer that your friend, all of my decks are proxy. I know, this might be a little bit of a hot take. But the one thing I do try to get is always my commander. I want them to be real. But I don't know if this is just me being autistic or some other things. I love a good theme. I love my decks to look a certain way with the exact same border, and sometimes the card isn't printed in that border at all. So that's one of the reasons that I use proxy, and as you're going to see later, you're going to be able to tell that there's clearly a theme I'm trying to go for, and it's just not possible with real cards most of the time. Lastly, I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me on this, and it's probably in the comments already being like, Pup, how could you use proxy cards? I can never. All my decks have real cards. Good for you, and I think that's totally fine if all your decks are real cards. I think that's awesome. For me personally, I have no problem with proxy. I'd rather have people be able to be creative.
Jaw drop proxy players. Come on, dudes. Get real.
And build the decks that they want to do rather than be constricted towards a budget and not be able to make the decks that they want to. And for me, I love having cool decks. Who doesn't like having cool decks? The deck that you're about to see, if I would have bought every single card for it, it'd be over $2,200. Pup doesn't have that kind of money. Do you have that kind of money? And if you have that kind of money, give it to Pup. I want a cool real deck. If I do come across one of the cards that I do have in my deck and I'm like, oh, okay, awesome, this is a cool art, and I won't be mad that it's going to maybe throw off or maybe not throw off the theme of the deck, I'll buy it. So the first deck that you're going to see, Peer into the Abyss is real, Gray Merchant of Asphodel is real, and Scrolling Crawler is also real. So I'm not against buying cards. I don't want people to think like, oh, you just don't like buying cards. I love buying cards. But I want to buy it on my own time, when I'm ready, and if it doesn't completely throw off.
I get my cards for free. What are you talking about? That I won basically second places a lot. So yeah. Anyways, still shout out to Pro Soul Games.
The theme of my decks. And with that little disclaimer being said, let's get into my really cool, awesome, swagalicious decks. This is my tried and true mono black deck, or as Swing Lethal called my deck, BBD, Big Black Draws. I think that's so silly. Anyway, I bought that awesome promo Shieldred. I would really want the Phyrexian version, but that's the only one that my LGS had, and I like buying cards in person so they're in my hands faster. I don't know if anyone else is like that, or that's just me. Anyway, sorry for the rambling. I absolutely adore this deck. It was built for me and as a bracket 4 with 2 infinite loops in it, but the deck really at its core is just draw punishments. I've won games of where I didn't even have 2 creatures out, but solely my enchantments won me the game. So if you want a mean mono black deck, this one's for you.
Wait, is that Obnixilus? Oh my god, yes, that's Obnixilus. Jesus, she has Obnixilus. I have that plain blocker
I also just had to show you an up-close shot of that Peer into the Abyss card because the whole reason I bought the card is because of the pre-release date on it. I don't know, there's just something about it. I think it's so cool.
I should never get rid of my mono black. God dang it. Still tasting the best.
My next deck is, you guessed it, another mono black deck. Sorry, I promise this is my last mono black deck. I'm using Tabarax. If you're looking for a cheap commander, this is the guy. I got him for $1, so definitely a steal.
Nice.
Also, I don't know if anyone else got the Dragon Shield Halloween sleeves, but they smell like maple syrup. Please tell me it's not just my sleeves that smell like this. This deck was also made for me, and it's called Pup's Cult of Followers. You'll see why in a second. But this deck's whole bread and butter is just to get a bunch of scary demons out on the battlefield. And the best part is, because of my enchantment, Liliana's Contract, if I have 4 different demons on the battlefield by my upkeep, I win the game, which is actually how I won a game earlier this week.
Nice. Breezy, my dog's sketchy itch. Nice.
And here's my Cult of Followers. Shadowborn Apostle is amazing for this deck because I can sacrifice 6 of them to bring a demon out onto the battlefield, which is just one step closer to winning the game.
Fuck. Damn.
This is my super cool Euro deck that once again was built for me. If you can't tell, I'm not a huge fan of building decks. I definitely like choosing the art and themes for my deck more than building them.
Mountains, plains, forests.
The deck is called Aura Farming the Table, and let me tell you, that's exactly what it does. The whole point of the deck is just to keep equipping him with equipment so he just intimidates the table, hence Aura Farming the Table. Pretty good name for it, huh? Shout out Dante for coming up with the perfect name for this deck.
Fuck, that's good suck. Sure.
I was also obsessed with using these sketch kind of styles for the art and tried to find as many as I could for the deck, and I think it looks really good with these purple sleeves.
Nice. Hey, Breezy. Yeah, my dog just woke up. She's not sniffing. She might be smelling a fart that's beyond repair. Or she's going outside.
Guys, finally not a deck that was built for me. Aren't you guys so proud? This deck is called Oops, All Zombies, and yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
I have the enchantment Rooftop Storm, which lets me play zombies for free, so it's just a free-for-all of all my zombies rising from the dead and slowly, but surely, walking over to my opponent's creatures and eating them.
Jump. Nice. I mean, I want a zombie deck. Nice.
Next, I have Feather the Redeemed, which I was honestly debating on even showing this deck. I made it when I was still experimenting with how to print proxies, and I used photo paper, so as you can tell, it just frays around the edges. So yeah, pup tip, just stick to 100-pound cardstock. That's what I use for all of my decks now. But I will say that just because you don't like how it turned out doesn't mean that you still can't play with it. For instance, just because I don't like how this deck turned out and I don't like how it frays around the edges, I still play it with my friends and I still use it all the time.
Nice. Lotus Petal. I wonder if that card is banned. Magic. Somebody needs to let me know if Lotus Petal is banned in Magic. Just let me know. Or if it's still legal and standard and modern and also commander sets. Also let me know. That's Karn. I think. Yeah, that's Karn. Nice.
Now, these next two decks are just pre-cons, so I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen these, but I wanted to show these decks just in case people haven't seen them and is on the fence about wanting to buy them. But as I'm showing you guys this, I thought I would tell you some deck tips 101. Like I was saying earlier, I'm definitely not the best deck builder or someone that enjoys making decks, but just some easy quick tips that you might want to know if you want to build a deck and you're not too sure where to start. I would definitely recommend to go read the bracket system and decide on what your intent is with the deck and make a choice between what cards fit your strategy while also being fun to play. You don't have to pick the best in slot every time. Sometimes you just want to build a fun deck that favors funny flavor text rather than power every time. I would also say, even though it sounds easier than it is, try not to be too intimidated to branch out of your comfort zone, especially if it's...
One of my friends just messaged me, so hold on 2 seconds. I am good, but today, I should say tonight, I'm like a battle because my back, my ribs, and my also part of my lower back is killing me. So sorry, dude. Yeah. Yep. Fuck, I'm tired. Fuck my ribs. I haven't messaged one more person. I'll get back with the video. I'm gonna just pause it. And I'm back.
Your first time trying to build a deck. Yes, your first deck might not be the best or play the way you wanted it to, but hopefully you had fun in the process building it, and you will learn what works and doesn't work in your deck the more you play it, which is really just a learning experience, and it's going to help you get better at deck building in the future. Lastly, if you do need a little bit of extra help, Moxfield, EDREC, or even Architect are great places to look as well, and you can always take a build from there and tailor it to your own play style.
Yeah, my back hurts. My freaking left side of my ribs hurt because I still have not. It sucks. I mean, come on. Yep. What the? No, that's the same Omnix list I have in one of my commander decks. Jesus.
Now, before I
Christ.
show you guys my standard decks, I want to show you some of the commanders that I'm looking to build in the near future. So the first commander that I'm almost done building is Rin and Seri Inseparable. It is literally so stinking cute. This comes into me only doing proxies for this deck because I want every single card to be a dog. Lands, enchantments, artifacts, sorceries, instance creatures, all of them I want to be dogs. And just some of the cards that I want to use, they don't have a dog art. So I had to be a little bit creative. I'll show a little bit that I'm working on. I think they're so funny. And I just want a really cute dog deck. Is it going to be the best deck ever? Probably not. But are they going to be all dogs? Yes. The second one that I'm looking to build is Emrakul, The Promised End. It's honestly so cool. I love the movie poster arts for these kind of cards. I think they're so cool. This will also be my first Eldrazi deck, so if anyone has any recommendations, please put them in the comments below. I need some help. I've been looking at some deck lists on Moxfield and Architect, but I don't really know how I feel about them. So I don't know. This might be a little bit on the back burner, but I just had to pick up this card. I think it is so cool. The next two cards I'm going to show you was actually sent to me from my mod, so shout out Local, thank you. He sent me a whole bunch of cards. Like a whole bunch of cards. So thank you, Local. The third deck that I really want to build is Neskar. He's so sick. I wanted the Iron Maiden version of this one, but of course it sold out. So it was in my cart. It got taken out. So maybe down the line I'll buy the Eddie version. I have the other Iron Maiden set coming, so at least I got one out of the two. But until then, I have this art of Neskar, and he is so stinking cool. And lastly, I've been wanting to build an insect deck because if you don't know me, I love bugs. I have a whole bunch of like pinned bugs in my apartment. I think they're so cool. I love bugs. Anyways, I really want to build Hashatan. I hope I'm saying all of these names correct. Please don't blame me in the comments below. But I don't know, something about the art. Hashatan Scarab's Fist, it's so cool. Scarab is actually my favorite insect ever. Give me a second. I love scarabs so much. I think it's honestly one of my favorite beetles, so much that I have one in my apartment already. So it's really just Hashatan's little cousin. So I'm super excited to build this. I also probably will have to proxy them because I want the same thing as the dog deck to have a card that's literally an insect on every single card. So, proxy, here I come, baby. But those are the four commanders that I'm looking to build next. If you guys are interested, maybe after I build them, I'll do another video kind of like this one showing how they turned out. But until then, let's get into the standard decks. So I actually only have two standard decks to show. I wish I had more to showcase. Honestly, standard is one of my favorite formats to play, but I only play with 3 friends and their favorite format is commander, and so it's definitely 3 against 1, so I must suppress my standard needs for their commander needs. I will say that I'm sure some of these cards aren't legal in standard. When I was playing standard with my friends, we didn't care about a ban list, so we just threw in whatever cards we thought were fun and wanted to play. Also, this is technically not a mono black deck, so you guys totally can't be mad at me, but it's kind of a mono black deck with a splash of red. I honestly love playing with this deck. I love making all my zombie skeleton creatures, and Death Touch is just the icing on the cake. Also, let's take a moment for this Creepshow card. It's honestly one of my favorites. Fun fact, this deck is actually the first deck that I ever played that wasn't either mono black or black with a splash of red. I obviously had other standard decks, but a lot of them got gutted to either go into commander decks or just got gutted to go into my bulk pile, but this deck has remained. And it's honestly a really fun deck to play. It has a lot of Death Touch and poison counters, and you know me, if it's an evil deck, it's pup approved.
I mean, it's a really good standard deck. I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe in white green as well, or even a mono green deck, which I still have for modern and something else. I can't remember. Hell with it. Then again, with this music, it's like elevator music. Jeebus.
And that was it. That was all my decks. So if you guys are interested and want to build one of the decks for yourself, I'm going to have all my decks listed below in the description because Pup never gatekeeps. And thank you guys so much for the recent support lately. I'm forever grateful. I'm also filming some videos that I'm super excited to get out to you guys because I think they're going to be new and exciting and awesome. But if you guys have anything you want to see, make sure you put it in the comments below. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Toodaloo.
She does have a lot more subscribers. What the hell? So I can go for a double. You know what? What the actual hell? You know, I'm gonna call it good for now. So, anyways, it's Rock. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Love you.